Hello guys, so welcome back to MG School of Mining and Geology YouTube channel. In today's session, we are focusing on calculating the gradient on a map. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and hit the notification button below so that you get notified once we upload new content. Stay tuned. So, gradient is calculated by taking the a difference in height divided by the horizontal distance, and the horizontal distance we already know how to calculate it. All right, so this is the normal. This one is the sorry this one is the normal. The horizontal distance is the normal way of calculating the distance on the map work that we already covered. So, and then the word difference in mathematics means to subtract. So the difference, it means is to subtract. So the difference is you are taking the final distance minus the initial distance. All right. So let's get to it. All right. So the first thing that we need to do is to calculate the distance. All right. The first thing that we need to do is to calculate the distance, and now, or the horizontal distance. All right. Or the horizontal distance. All right. Or the horizontal distance. Allow me to just write HD. And then now we know that it will be the map distance. In this case, we are given 4.8 centimeters. We multiply by the second number on the scale, and then on the scale ratio is 50,000. And to convert centimeters into kilometers, we divide by 100,000. All right. Let me punch this one in my calculator. 4.8 multiplied by 50,000 divide by 100,000, and I get 2.4 kilometers. All right. And now I need to convert the kilometers into meters so that these things, these difference in height, they get to be of one scale. All right. So now or having the same units rather, right? We know the word kilo means 1,000. So where I see K, I'll put 1,000. So 2.4 multiplied by 1,000 meters. Where I see K, I put 1,000. So 2.4 multiplied by 1,000, it's like 2,400 meters. All right, that is my horizontal distance. And then now we've already converted that into our meters, and then now we place this thing. Before we can place this thing on our formula, we need to calculate the difference in height. All right, we need to calculate the difference in height. Difference in height. So difference in height, remember they say from C to D. So C is our initial and D is our final. We always start with the final minus initial, and then we'll say the H final minus the H initial. Then what is our final is 460 meters minus 220 meters. And then I press that on my calculator. 460 minus 220, I get 240 meters. I get 240 meters. And then now I can apply on my formula. Then I will say, well, the gradient, it will, this formula, all right. And then what is our difference in height? A difference in height is 240, and then divide by our horizontal distance, which is 2,400. And then if I say 240 divided by 2,400, I get 1 over 10. All right. Always leave it in fraction form because it's going to be easier for you to make it a ratio. All right. So this thing is the same as 1 is to is the same as 1 is to 10. Then you calculated your gradient. All right. And we also have got this one. They say calculate the gradient from trig station 172 to spot height 162. Okay, up there. And then now we've got this scale, we've got this scale, and then now we know what is expected of us. Well, of course, we can start with whatever that we like. We can start with the height in, or the difference in height. So we can calculate first the difference in height. So we can say difference in height, it will be that height final minus height initial. And then what is our final height? All right, what is our final height? Our final height, remember, if I were to say what do we call this, if I were to say 162 minus 173.6, it's going to give us the negative number. So it's going to give us the negative number. So I think you already guessed it right. You must take this one and then say 173.6. All right, minus what we call 162 there. All right, this one. And then you can say meters, you can write the units, and then if I press this on my calculator, I get 11.6 meters. All right, I get 11.6 meters. And then I can calculate the horizontal distance, my horizontal distance. If I were to measure the distance with a ruler from this point 172 to 162, I'll get 5.2 centimeters. So I'll say 5.2 centimeters multiply by that scale, which is 50,000, and to convert it to kilometers, I divide by 100,000. And if I punch that on my calculator, um, I get um all right, I get 2.6 kilometers. And then you already know what is expected of me. I say 2.6 multiplied by 1,000 meters. Then I will get 2,600 meters. All right, that will be my horizontal distance. And now I can apply the formula of the gradient. So I will say that the gradient is the difference in height. My gradient is the difference in height. Our difference in height is 11.6 meters divided by our horizontal distance, which is 2,600 meters. And then now, if I punch this on my calculator, I get what do I get? It's 11.6 divided by 2,600, and then I get something like um why is my value too much? All right. Okay. So I don't know what's happening with my calculator. Doesn't okay. Now I will get 1 is to 224 .13. All right. That's what I'll get. And that's what I'll get. So please confirm with me. Say 11.6. Divided by 2,600. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So hope it makes sense. And then we also have got this last one. This last one we are given the distance from this point to that point. The distance on the map is 3.8 centimeters. So remember we need to calculate the gradient between the spot height 1,797 to spot height 2,263. Then now, you automatically know that if I need my horizontal distance, I will say the distance on the map multiplied by my scale. My scale, let's use 1 is to 50,000. Then I will say it's a 50,000 and then divided by 100,000. And I will say that, all right, on my calculator. How much does it give me? It gives me 1.9 kilometers. All right. And then I need to convert that into kilometers. I multiply this by 1,000 and I'll get 100 meters. All right. And then here I would need to calculate my um difference in height. All right, difference in height, and allow me to just write dh. All right, difference in height, and then I'll say, well, already you know what is expected of me. I will say wait, the bigger one is this one. Remember, we don't want there's no negative distance. So we'll say it's 2263 minus 1797 because we want our answer to be positive. And then if I press that on my calculator, please confirm with me on your side. I get 466 meters. All right. And then I say now my gradient it will be, right, the formula, it will be my difference in height. You'll write it in full and then multiply by the horizontal distance. And then what is my whatever my difference in height is of 466 meters. Divide that by the 1,900 and 900 and my gradient, is nothing but all right, I get 466 divided by 1,900. All right, I get um 1 is to 4,07. All right, please confirm with me on your side because I think my calculator is troubling me. I don't know what's wrong with it. But yes, that was that. This brings us to the end of our lesson on how to calculate the gradient. And if you're still struggling to understand some of the things, you're more than welcome to comment on the comment section and we'll be able to assist you with your query. And you know what I'm about to say. Until next time, cheers.